Is Uncharted gonna be the film to break the video game curse in Hollywood? That's a resounding no, but let me tell you why that's okay.
And here we go.
Uncharted is the latest movie to tackle the video game curse and also the latest movie to fail at it as well. And you know what? That's perfectly fine because they captured and nailed the fun aspect, and that's primarily because of our two leads and Tom Holland and Mark Wahlberg. And before I continue any longer with this review, I need to stress that I'm not an avid player of the franchise Uncharted. I didn't pick up the sticks to play it, but I know about Uncharted because it's a popular game. It was everywhere, unavoidable. I had buddies who played the game as well, so I'm familiar somewhat with these characters, but not as well as some of the ones that play the game and all of that stuff. So I came in there just as an avid fan of movies. Not I wasn't there to critique the accuracy of these characters and this plots and stuff like that. So I'll stress that probably a lot flew over my head, and so this review is gonna be a little different. It's just me reviewing it as a film as a whole, and yeah. With that being said, though, like I said, I do know somewhat of Uncharted. It's unavoidable. It's one of the most popular video game franchises of all time, and as far as aesthetics, the look of it, yeah, they definitely failed because Tom Holland does not look like Nathan Drake at all, and Mark Wahlberg doesn't look like Sully as well. So, and it was weird seeing that, but like I said, it didn't really affect me that much since I'm just going in there to see the movie. But the excuse the studio wanted to use is that supposedly these are the younger versions of these characters, like them a lot younger than what we're typically known as. But that doesn't really hold weight when you watch the film because they're using storylines from the video game when he's already at the age that he's supposed to be. So that, but you know what? That's a minor thing that it doesn't really matter from my standpoint because I'm judging this as a film. And as far as that goes, yeah, this is extremely fun. It's a fantasy adventure type film, and they're in the hunt. Nathan Drake and Sully are in the hunt for the world's greatest treasure that's been lost for the past 500 years. And what really works about this film to me is the chemistry between your two leads. It really was rock solid, and Tom Holland did great, man. And you could see his physique and the payoff of being Spider-Man really coming in here because there's a lot of action scenes that he was. I was like, oh, there you go. There goes Peter Parker doing flips and stunts and stuff like that. So I definitely enjoyed that aspect. They had it. They had that down locked, and I kept saying fun because it's a scavenger hunt. It's a adventure type film. You like the fun element is a must have when you have these type of films, and they really nailed it. Like especially in the third act, it's in the trailer when they're dealing with the pirate ships and stuff like that. That whole sequence was well done. And yeah, so as far as positives go, that's pretty much it. And this film was pretty short, so that's another positive. And I don't know if that's a good or bad thing, the fact that I'm happy that the film is short, but it was under 2 hours and it flowed pretty good in my opinion. But let's be realistic now. This film was not perfect, farthest thing from perfect. My biggest issue is because the one of the biggest inspirations of Uncharted, I believe, is Indiana Jones. And the thing about Indiana Jones is like his adventures are extremely grand, and the fantasy element is there. But here, that quest to get the gold and stuff like that Nathan Drake and Sully went through, it was not that amazing. Like the gold was lost to the world for the past 500 years, and Nathan Drake was able to find it in a matter of a day or two. Like I felt the real adventure part of the story was lost, and I felt the whole scope of that adventure was very small in comparison to Indiana Jones or something like that. And I felt that element, which is a humongous element, because that's pretty much your whole story, could have been done better. And it has a lot of predictable bad guys. The I'm gonna cross you for this. Everything was predictable. You saw it coming a mile away, and I wasn't a fan of it. Yeah, the antagonist of the film. There's more than one, but we're lacking huge time. It really was pointless at a certain point of the film, and this film also suffers from very weak dialogue. A lot of eye rolling situations and stuff were being said between these characters. And besides the main character of Mark Wahlberg and Tom Holland, everybody else was forgettable. And they added this third character. I forgot her name. I believe she's a big part in the game, but how they used her was, yeah, it brought nothing to the story. She was a throwaway character in my opinion. But yeah, that's how I felt about Uncharted. It was fun. It's definitely fun. I feel like if you turn off your brain, you sit back, relax, get your beverage of choice, guzzle down some popcorn or whatever, and you should have fun. It's not to the point of where the Fast and the Furious franchise is, because they've literally gone to the moon. But yeah, this one is mindless fun, and they're very aware of it, and they stick to it. Now, the avid fans of the franchise, I don't know if they're how they feel about it, if they're gonna like it, but me just being an average Joe coming in to watch this film, it did all right. It wasn't good, it wasn't bad, but it was fun. So, and that's my thoughts on Uncharted. I hope you enjoyed my quick little review. If you're not doing anything this weekend, just give it a watch. It won't hurt anybody. Because by the looks of the box office, it could definitely need it. But yep, until next time, I'm out. Peace.